Welcome back to this Yahoo Finance special presentation of Tax Time, sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Well, the latest data from the IRS shows that more Americans are turning to accountants to prepare their taxes this year. But if you are looking to go it alone, there are plenty of resources out there. One of the most popular options is Intuit's TurboTax software. And to talk more about that, we've got Lance Williams. He's Senior Vice President of Product Management at Intuit. Lance, we're going to get into those products in just a bit, but I'm curious what you're seeing, because I was looking at the latest IRS data. It does show that people are turning to accountants, I'm imagining, because there are so many different provisions they're having to think about as a result of the pandemic. What kind of growth are you seeing on your front?
Yeah, thanks for that question. And TurboTax and TurboTax Live has a full spectrum of offerings, from DIY software to Ask a Pro for expert opinions along the way, or even handing your taxes off to a tax expert to completely do it for them. And we're seeing growth in DIY, and we're seeing massive growth in the TurboTax Live business, both with the Ask a Pro along the way and to hand off your taxes and have the expert do it for them. So I would say, we're seeing the same trends, and we see expert help is really a killer value prop for our customers, and they're seeking that from us through TurboTax Live more and more each year.
So Lance, Rochelle here. Just how much has artificial intelligence and machine learning really evolved since a lot of these do-it-yourself software programs came on the market versus now?
Really, the growth in artificial intelligence over the last several years has been amazing. Intuit, every facet of TurboTax has artificial intelligence infused in it. There's a discipline of artificial intelligence called knowledge engineering, and that is the baseline foundation for TurboTax's DIY software. And we also give a version of that knowledge engineering artificial intelligence to our experts, so they can help customers either by asking questions along the way with the TurboTax Live product, or through the TurboTax Live full service product, just doing the taxes completely for the customer. So there really is an infusion and a backbone all through TurboTax for artificial intelligence, especially with knowledge engineering, and also with machine learning targeted algorithms doing certain jobs along the way.
Well, what does that mean, though, bottom line, from a customer experience standpoint? I mean, I'm reading here that you've got 60 different machine learning models that you've deployed for this particular tax season. What are customers going to see on their end that makes a difference?
Yeah, what they'll see is if they make a mistake, if they don't have a form, or they forgot about a form, or if they made a data entry error, or if they maybe have a cost basis for one of their investments that's not quite right, we will flag that for the customer and help them fix it, either in the DIY software or have an expert walk them through how to fix that for themselves. So it really comes down to simplicity for the customer. It takes away any fear, uncertainty, and doubt that they have with the tax process, because we're always looking over their return in real time with our artificial intelligence and letting them know when things maybe should be double checked.
And so for people trying to gauge whether they should go the CPA route or rely on some of these tech products, what are the biggest distinctions that would help people really decide that?
Yeah, I think if you look at the spectrum that TurboTax offers, from TurboTax Do-It-Yourself, our flagship product, to TurboTax Live Do It With Me, which is this idea that as you go along the way, you can ask a tax expert for an opinion, and then full service. We find that full spectrum customers have more or less confidence in doing it themselves. So folks that are pretty confident in their ability to do their taxes, we give them DIY, we give them all this tech behind the scenes to help them. But what we find with our full service customers, which is our newest offering, just completely handing off your taxes to a tax expert, is customers want the best match. We have thousands of experts. We have an artificial intelligence machine learning algorithm that matches a customer with the best tax expert for them, depending on the profile of their income, investments, and deductions. So we know they're getting, and the customer knows they're getting the best expert for them. So that's one thing that really resonates with these assisted customers who are looking for a tax expert. And then along the way, we make sure that we make it really easy for that customer to hand off work and worry. there's the proverbial shoebox full of receipts, and we digitize those, and we take that work off of the customer's hands, and they can hand that off through photos or import and a variety of mechanisms to give that data to us digitally. And then thirdly, along the way, we have this idea of making sure that a customer knows exactly where they are in tax process along the way. One of the big pain points we've heard from our customers when they deal with a full service tax expert outside of TurboTax is they hand off their documents, they don't hear anything for a long time, and they start getting worried it'll be done on time. We have this technology, I kind of call it the pizza tracker. So all along the way, you know every step where your tax expert is and when is projected to get done. So we find those three things, the really great artificial intelligence match, the ability to use data import and photos to digitally hand off those documents to the expert, and then this idea of keeping a customer along the way, like those three things really resonate for our customers. And I think broadly, that's what we find customers who are looking for full service tax prep are looking for out of their expert.
Yeah, with that said, go ahead, Rochelle.
Akiko. Well, I was going to say, with the tax deadline fast approaching, obviously a lot of times panic can set in. What are some of the last minute tech questions that you tend to get during this period?
Yeah, we get a lot of questions about things like cost basis with investments, self-employed income, forms, data entry. And that's why we have our TurboTax Live experts there ready to help. So I would encourage folks to get started as soon as possible. We're coming up to April 18th very quickly. We have experts with TurboTax who can help you if you need it. And it's as simple as a chat or a phone call to talk with an expert. And you can get them on video, and they can help you out.